Hey everyone, Mike here today with some thoughts here on Command & Conquer Red Alert 3 with a little hint of the Uprising expansion as well. I'll just go ahead and fire a skirmish here. We'll keep it on easy with randos. I'll stick with the Soviets and yeah, let's go stop some computers real quick, maybe. We'll see. Anyways, with that said, I'm not going to spoil anything campaign-wise. We'll kind of gloss over it real quick, and it'll be hard for me to spoil some stuff because I've actually not completed the campaign this time around. The reason, of course, for doing a video early on without actually completing the campaign is because I intend on playing the rest of this game co-op. This game was designed with co-op in mind back in the day, and so you can play the entire campaign in co-op with friends. And yes, GameSpy Network is down and you can't quite play online anymore because of that, but no worries, you know, CNC, I think it's CNCOnline.net or something. Anyways, look it up, Red Alert 3 co-op. You'll find guides on how to do it today. So, hooray! There's a community of players out there with the technology to get this working on modern operating systems and in a world without GameSpy being around anymore. So that's nice to see. Anywho, back on topic here, with the topic being Red Alert 3. So I think this is one of the good modern Command & Conquer games. I've not been super fond with the 3D Command & Conquer in general. I feel like they've always kind of... I'm not saying they've dropped the ball, but in designing a bit of a different gameplay and a different feel, I guess. They've not necessarily been the most interesting games to play, and so being able to play a 3D one that I actually genuinely enjoy is kind of shocking, kind of surprising in a lot of ways. I've not enjoyed a lot of the 3D ones up to this point, so yeah. What makes this game in particular just that little bit better or that little bit more interesting? Well, a lot of it comes down to the fact that they brought color into this game. They made it a little silly, and they were not afraid on kind of trying something different, which, you know, they tried different stuff with some of the other Command & Conquers, but for whatever reason they never really stuck the landing with those games. And so because of that, you wound up with these Command & Conquer games that I found to be yeah, not too fun, not too inspiring at best. So whereas with this game, they kind of went back to basics and actually tried to figure out what made a good Command & Conquer game, and they kind of hit everything out of the park. You know, they had the cheesy cutscenes as you would expect. They were not afraid of necessarily bringing in a lot of just silly stuff in general. You know, there's a bunch of amphibious units now, which is a little weird, but you know what? It works. They brought in a third faction with the Rising Sun on top of the Soviet and the Allies that you would have seen in previous Command & Conquer Red Alert games. And yeah, each of the factions have their own strengths and weaknesses. They all work and operate quite differently from each other. I don't know, it feels balanced to me. I'm not sure if it actually is, but yeah, ultimately they all have their own strengths and weaknesses, and I feel like overall they kind of work. So that said, I think think that's about it in terms of the basics at the very least.
Building.
Yeah, like I said, these are fun games.
Training.
Yeah, I've had a lot of fun playing the Soviet campaign so far, which is the campaign I've been focusing on. There's obviously campaigns for the other two factions. Like I said before, I intend on playing in co-op. Campaign-wise, I don't really have anything specific to comment on. I think the campaign they did has been nice, short, enjoyable, kind of straight to the point in a lot of ways. So that's been pretty fun. They didn't drag it on, they didn't try and make it too long for whatever reason, they just kind of got straight to the point with them. And that in a lot of ways is really nice. You know, I miss games that are just designed to be fun and good. You know, there's so many games out there that just they gotta hit a certain amount of play time and they gotta do, you know, this and that and whatnot, and just I miss that. I really miss games that just, hey, here's a good game. It's the length it needs to be, and that's it. And that's kind of what they did. You know, the missions are nothing special. They're nothing crazy different and whatnot, but what's there is plenty fine. So, you know, I can't really complain about this game at all. Yeah, the acting was generally pretty good. I don't really have any complaints there. The acting for the campaign, they've got people, I mean, if you watch movies, you'll recognize some of those folks. I don't tend to watch movies, but I recognize some of the names, which tells me, yeah, they got some big names for this. And beyond that, I must have missed something for these guys to not give up yet, which is always fun.
Enemy base detected. Building.
Infantry, go down quick.
Yeah, that's Red Alert 3, really. I think the expansion also added a couple things, quite a bit of stuff. If I remember correctly, the expansion almost doubles the campaign, so like it does add quite a bit of content on that end. In terms of units and military, I actually kind of forget now. I don't remember all the units and stuff that they had in this game, so it's tough for me to actually remember if it did add a lot or not. But yeah, in terms of the modern 3D Command & Conquers, this is the one that kind of sticks closest to some of the original games and designs, and I appreciate it. Yeah, they streamlined a lot of mechanics, and yeah, having amphibious units is a bit weird, but you know, overall it's still a fun game to play around with. And so if you have a buddy who also wants to play this game for whatever reason over the holidays or something like that, then I guess this is going to be posted after the holidays. Oh well, March break might be coming up for those of you who are young enough for that, so hey, you can still play this online using a patch. Anyways, this is Mike here with Command & Conquer Red Alert 3 and a little bit of Uprising, and yeah, I'll be doing Command & Conquer 4 next, and of course that's why I was recording this ahead of time, even though I didn't complete it, and I'll be playing it co-op. I do want to spend the 15-30 minutes on Command & Conquer 4 to remind myself why I really didn't like that game, and free up some hard drive space shortly afterwards. Anyways, I'll see you guys next week.